Okay, Kyler's chopping down our branches that are that are getting too close to the house. Thanks to our neighbor for lending us the tools to do it. Looks like a hard place to get into.
Yeah, it is.
Is it too big?
No, it's fine. Just may not be able to cut it at this angle very well. There we go, I'm in now.
The funnest part is watching it come loose. It's surprisingly therapeutic to do this. There it goes. You didn't get the whole thing. Woo! And that other one over there, that little one going over the roof.
Is it right here?
Yeah. I can't see what you see from here. My angle's different.
Let me get this other
You can't even get in there, can you?
I'm gonna get this other thing.
You might have to get that little sprout that's in the way.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Come over here though. What's that?
It's on the other side.
Oh yeah.
You may have to climb over that pile of wood that we already chopped off the other day for family night. Are you going for the little water sprout first?
Yeah.
We learned all about tree pruning for family night this week. We learned that, first of all, you should never chop off more than like, what, 20% at a time?
Depends on the age of the tree.
Yeah, it depends on the age of the tree. I don't know how old this tree is. It's been... I'm gonna get that okay? But whoever grew this tree initially basically did it wrong, because as the tree's growing, you're supposed to, well, they'll start trying to get some side leaders, like this tree has 1, 2, 3, 4 main leaders, but you really only want one leader. You want one central branch going up the middle. And so as the other leaders start to grow, you actually have to tame them down. In fact, I'm going to leave Kai for a second and show you these trees, because they're still young enough that they can be pruned properly. And these trees, they're not that old, but see how they're starting to get multiple trunks? So, actually they might come with multiple trunks, I don't know. But they need to have one main stem. So like on this one, it's pretty easy to tell what the main stem is, that big one in the middle. But it's actually starting to get a second main stem. And the idea is you're supposed to tame all the additional ones, so you just have the one big one. Like this, that stem is getting too long, so it's competing and taking energy from the main one. So we're gonna have to trim that one down. Same with this side. We'll have to choose a leader, probably this one, and then trim back the competing leaders so that he has one central leader. Supposedly that's what's best for its stability and growth. So that's one of the many things we learned about, but we're doing our best to apply them. You also want to chop off any branches that are going to start knocking into each other or overlapping. We've already done a lot of that, or that have a very narrow crotch as opposed to a wide crotch, because if they're too narrow, it's not good. And then these water sprouts, which are the ones that grow on the inside that go straight up, those are supposedly also not the best because they grow up right in the middle and they bump into everything else. So those are some of the things we learned. But when you're fixing a poorly pruned tree, you can't do all of it at once, because you're not supposed to chop more than like 20% of the time. We've already chopped all that. I'm not sure what percentage that is. It feels like a lot though. Right now we're just trying to get the stuff that's hanging over the roof to keep our roof, just to protect our house. Because they definitely say you need to remove hazardous branches, and ones that are touching the house or hanging over the roof or that are broken or hanging too low are definitely hazardous, so these ones have to go. I should probably pay more attention to helping Kyler now though. That one's stuck in there. Nice work.
Alright, what else?
That's helped a lot actually.
Yeah, that should help quite a bit. What else though? I can't see anything from here.
This one on this side is probably, like, I think where you were working, those are high enough that they're probably going to be okay. But this one branch on my side is still kind of low.
Well, so the other problem too is if when things fall, they'll still hit the roof. But I think for this summer we might just go a year and then maybe chop some more next year.
That's fine, because we've already chopped so much, so this is probably a good place to start. At least it's not hitting the roof, right?
Well, that's what I'm thinking is we go through the year and maybe we'll have to chop a couple times during the summer.
Well, they say not to chop till after the budding season, right?
Well, I don't care.
What about over there where it's hitting the roof?